Today's ride is really emotional for me. Riding the Highway Heroes it touches my heart to remember everyone standing and paying the respect to my son. When I went to Afghanistan myself, and I'd like to thank sincerely from the bottom of my heart the military for that opportunity. When I came home and I drove the Highway Heroes back, I kept thinking about everybody still in Afghanistan. And in my heart and my eyes, they are all heroes beyond the fallen. The nurses, they're not waiting for some little child to come in and go, I got tonsillitis and I need a Band-Aid. Everybody in Afghanistan are heroes. I just want to say thank you so much. And please do not have a release button for that sidecar. I've never been in a sidecar before, so thank you so much.
Thank you, Darlene.
The HHR started out as an idea to show support for the troops. I really wanted it to be free because I believe that the privilege of being able to hold such an event was already paid for by the blood, the sweat, and the lives of the men and women who served our country. So it was a simple idea. It just needed to see if people felt were like-minded about what our message was. Our message of support, of respect and gratitude to let these men and women know that Canada did support them. And even though they may not have believed in the mission, they believed in their reasons for being in there. Our first year, we welcomed 134 bikes, and we rode from 10-acre truck stop in Belleville along the Highway Heroes to Whitby. 134 motorcycles. And we had some idea that we had the right thing going on. We knew we'd touch people. But a lot of people asked, why isn't there more going on at the end? We need to do something more. And we agreed. There was nothing better than having a celebration at the end of the ride, so that even riders that supported what we were doing and non-riders that supported what we were doing could come out and be part of it. So in 2010 we added the rally, and Bowmanville was selected as the host town for this new element to the HHR, and they opened their arms and welcomed us, and it was an extremely positive event. We had over 1,200 motorcycles, and by rough estimates 5,000 to 6,000 people joined us, and as we rolled into Bowmanville. The entertainment was fun, the energy was wonderful, and we had the makings of a great event. 2011, we wanted to bring it even closer to the men and women that served our country. So we were in touch of a local regiment, the Ontario Regiment, and they had one of the largest deployments of reservists in Afghanistan, so it seemed like a natural place to bring the event. And the regiment welcomed us with open arms, as did the community of Oshawa. And we went on a very miserable morning. We went out from 3,000 motorcycles for a rainy ride to Oshawa. But even that rain didn't dampen the spirits of our participants. If nothing else, the adversity seemed to harden their decision, harden their resolve to be there, and we had a great day. It was warm, it was special. We touched the lives of many of the soldiers that served at the regiment. The colonel happened to say that it was one of his finest days of service in the Canadian Forces, was our event at the Ontario Regiment. It's a unique experience, putting this together, because a lot of people come forward with their own little pieces, little desires, interests. They want to be part of it. I just kind of organize all the pieces and hopefully make it into an event that everybody wants to be part of. event 2012, welcoming Darlene Cushman as our Grand Marshal and touching the lives of other families of fallen soldiers. They wanted to be part of it. They see the value in it, and Darlene and Wendy Storm paid the HHR the biggest compliment by saying that you know, helped maybe heal some of the hole in their heart. And if that's all we accomplished, that would be enough. But I think we accomplish a lot more than that, and that's special. And that's why I love doing it. That's why I love organizing. That's why I love being part of what this is. The Heroes Highway Ride and Rally has got a special place in Canadians' hearts now, I guess, because we welcome people from all over Canada, now from the US. We had British nationals. So our message of support, respect and gratitude is getting out.
And when she rides down the road, she looks in the mirror, she sees his eyes looking back, and they share the ride together. I knew that I had to have this lady as my Grand Marshal. So again, please, pay us one of the honor, privilege for being here. Truly wonderful.
As you can see, you can't help but hug Lou. Look what he has today. He has all of us standing here for the same reason, and it's the right reason. I miss my son tremendously, but at the same time, I know today he is smiling because of all of us, and because he's laughing, because he's getting his mom to carry this gnome around. But if you haven't had the opportunity to see his arm, he did go and get the Highway Hero tattoo. Yes, he went to the tattoo shop. You should be able to see that on Facebook soon, as he has more friends than I do, and I don't run his Facebook page. So, Reki Nomer, he went to Afghanistan with Daryl and the soldiers, and he went on leave to Australia. So there's some pictures kids shouldn't see. He was measured for his uniform when he was in Afghanistan. He's been in the oven at Kandahar Air Base of the Tim Hortons. He's been everywhere. So he needed to be here also today. He went with me to Afghanistan, and he's went with me to get a tattoo, and the cenotaph, the naming of Daryl Caswell Way, and so he's got a VIP band. He's kind of showing that off. But thank you so much. I mean, the Highway Heroes ride is amazing. It was the hardest day of my life following the casket, and I could see the flag and the rose that I placed, and I rode behind, and I could cry for days. It's a little bit off, but I've been death notification trained to go to your house and tell you bad news. But to be at the other side of the door and have soldiers standing there with such pain in their eyes, and you receive it, there is no training. So for the days that follow that, you don't even realize you're breathing. You're definitely not eating, and you know you're crying. So when I went to Trenton to receive Daryl, and we were riding up that highway, again, there are no words ever a fallen family could say to you that could be thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you enough, and hug you all 10 times round and start thanking you again. To show the respect that you did for my son, Trooper Daryl James Caswell, will never be forgotten. Bowmanville Zoo. We used to go to Bowmanville Zoo all the time. Bowmanville Zoo walked their elephant down, put 2 big flags on it. When we went under that Bennett Road overpass in Bowmanville, that elephant went right up, beautiful. The flags were flying up and went down. I turned to my daughter, both big, thick, swollen eyelids. We looked at each other, and I said, "Did I just see an elephant?" So even in the book that Pete Fisher wrote about the Highway Heroes, True Patriot Love, I talk about the elephant there too. Like, I mean, the support's as big as an elephant, and it really, really is. And for that, I'm so thankful. I'm thankful for my wonderful friend, Trapper. Trapper is always there, all his adventures. I get more texts. It's just like the greatest. You can go buy a book that tells you stories. I don't need it. I got Trapper. I'm here, I'm there, getting another oil change, more tires. You know, he's amazing. So to have all of these amazing people around me today, thank you. This is a hard month for me, an extra hard month for me because it's 5 years. You know, Mother's Day's hard. All those days are hard, but I know that our soldiers are proud of us, and I'm so proud of them. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
He's a second generation serving his country, today helping us get his father, who's a hero of a unique organization called the Devil's Brigade. As a paratrooper myself, it was my honor to work following these gentlemen's lead. Sam, he wears decorations from the Second World War, from the heaviest fighting up through Italy. Sam also was part of the Devil's Brigade, which is a unique Canadian and American organization. They took all these fellows together, gave them commando training in Helen, Montana. They're all parachutists, they're all experts with munitions, they're all experts in hand-to-hand combat. They sent them to Italy. Their casualties are so high that in France, they separated the Canadians and Americans to go back to their own unit. Sam survived all that, and for the rest of his life, he worked with many youth organizations. He's been mentoring youth since the war. He's been leaving his mark, his legacy to the youth of our country, and as you can tell, Sam is the real deal. It's my honor to recognize him today. Sam wears the Silver Star, the Bronze Star for bravery in action. On behalf of the Queen of our nation and recognition of her Diamond Jubilee, Sam, it's my pleasure to... Sam, thank you for continuing.
Over the years, I've said to those who follow in our footsteps, thank you. It makes it all worthwhile what we did. Thank you.
Our next Queen's Jubilee recipient will be Frank Tex Davis.
Frank is another hero of ours. He's a Second World veteran, and not only is he a Second World War veteran, giving to his community in that conflict up until he taught motorcycle training. So to all of us here, he's near and dear to our hearts as well. Another thing that Tex has done is he's also mentored children for decades. He's an incredible poet as well. He's the real deal, this gentleman, and it's a great honor to be here with you today, Tex.
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I joined the Army about 70 years ago as a cadet. And after the war, I started talking to children in schools and different places. And the first thing the children ask me when I speak to them is, how many men did you kill? And it's something they always want to know. So I generally say, thank God I didn't kill any, but I worked in the kitchen the odd time, and you never know how many I killed. So they asked me, the next question is, why do soldiers stand with their head bowed in prayer at the cenotaph and things like that? So if you just bear with me for a moment, I'll tell you what I wrote. After seeing the warships go to Halifax Harbor so many times, with the young boys going overseas and different places like that. So someone always used to say to me, wonder if that ship could talk, one would say. Well, this is what I wrote. I'm a warship in the Halifax Harbor, and the year is 39. The waves gently sent against my bow, it gets near sailing time. Young men crowd my steel beck and they hold my wooden rail. Some take their last look at the maritime shores as it nears time to sail. There's boys from every walk of life who form this army band. They come from every province and every corner of our land. They left behind their families, their wives, their homes, their farms. These are the sacrifices you have to make when you get to call to arms. I remember those young boys saying, hey, this war won't last so long. But they fought in battle for Dieppe, Normandy, and Artona, and there they were proven wrong. They fought with all their hearts and souls, and so many laid down their lives. This was to keep our Canada free for their children and their wives. They fought a final battle for a peace they thought would last. So to whom it may concern, let's hear these voices from the past. They are the reason we stand at the cenotaph with our heads bowed down in prayer and say the words, we will remember them, are the words they want to hear. We will remember them.
We will remember them. Our next recipient is quite special, and I would invite Dakota Allen to come up to the stage.
This little lady, I first met her when one of our soldiers was coming back from Afghanistan to the arms of his family, killed in combat. I looked down to my right, and here was this sweet lady we're about to meet. She's done dozens of repatriations. She's been a mentor to children right across our nation in these last few years, laid wreaths for us, laid wreaths for organizations. And Dakota, sweetheart, it's my honor to give you a gift from the Queen. You're the next generation, sweetheart, and we're proud of you.
Very, very, very proud of you.
Now, before he, Dakota, she has a special role as well in our organization. Hailstorm, my brother, would you come up here? I want to introduce you to Hailstorm. He's with M25. I've had the honor of riding again this year, my 16th year, to Rolling Thunder. 500,000 bikes in veteran support. We all came up here to Canada together, and here we are today. Dakota, this morning, when we get ready to leave Trenton, Dakota has made a special bond with many of our soldiers and sailors and aircrew in Afghanistan. And one of them in the scene where there was some heavy fighting knelt down and took up a pail of the sand from Afghanistan. Dakota gave it to Hailstorm to carry through the ride down the Highway Heroes, and he's going to present it back to Dakota.
This is the soil of Afghanistan. May it serve as a reminder to us all that we are free nations. They are not. May we forever remain allies.
I would imagine it'd be hard to top that one, but we might be able to do so. So we have Doc Yannick.
I always say that it takes quite an energy to start a fire, and Doc was the spark that lit the rotten old punk wood that was me to bond together with his energy and create the fire that became the C.A.V. We're in 72 cities across Canada. We have outreach internationally. We've got a veteran support program that is helping save lives across the country. This last 2 years alone riding, I've hit 280 charity events. Doc's been with us since day one. He's a Bosnian veteran, went through some of the heaviest fighting in MEAC, and he's here with us today riding with his new bride. And my brother Doc, if you would show us the other members of our C.A.V. organization that can't be with us here today. On behalf of them and Queen Elizabeth, we'd like to pay you respect here, sir. Bloomer went from a career in the Air Force to the policing side of things, so if everybody would just take out their driver's license registration right now, we'll be retired from that. Okay. Bloomer's one of these fellows that everywhere I go, He's a hound. He finds people who are downtrodden, he finds people that are hurting, he finds people in need, and he directs them to our organization and the many different ways we have of supporting them. And my brother, for saving lives and what you've done, it's my great honor to present you with the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal.
As I wrote, I'm also a poet, and as I wrote in one of my poems, the nation that forgets its defenders will itself be soon forgotten. Never forget who gave us the rights, the privileges, and everything that we enjoy in this country. Look after our vets. Thank you.
Tomorrow we're riding up to Ottawa to the National War Museum, and at that point we'll have the honor to present Don Chisholm, our regimental Canadian electrical mechanical engineer, associate corps chaplain, and also our C.A.V. national chaplain. Don, he's attending services today. We keep losing 66 World War II and Korea veterans a day. He does prison outreach, and on behalf of him, I want you all to know that another hero will be recognized tomorrow at our National War Museum. Thank you.
It's an honor and a privilege to organize such an event for everybody. On behalf of myself, founder, executive director, and my co-director, Graham Hume, it's a wonderful opportunity for us to join in this expression and to give every Canadian that same opportunity. Thank you.